The Sarge isn't going to be happy they made off with one of his tanks. Or is that really what you wanted? What's the deal with the paint job? Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here, and we're kicking off our July Cobra Convergence by looking at a custom Python patrol vehicle. This one we call the Python Terminator. Of course, it is based on the Tag Team Terminator, or Triple T, the vehicle that was specifically designed for use by Sergeant Slaughter. So in my headcanon, since this is a custom vehicle that I built, we'll say that Cobra managed to steal one, as there were mass-produced versions of the Triple T in G.I. Joe's motor pool. And likely Cobra stole one and put it through the Pythonization process, making it its own command vehicle. Now, for the benefit of those who aren't as familiar with G.I. Joe lore, we'll talk a little bit about Python Patrol. Python Patrol was originally released back in 1989. It was done as another sub-team to counter the G.I. Joe Tiger Force, which had come out the year prior. Python Patrol supposedly has special camouflage in the paint that it uses, or with other technologies. The lore isn't entirely clear on how it works. But somehow, when they're coded in the Pythonization process, all the vehicles and the uniforms that the troops wear are undetectable by any known conventional means, allowing them to strike quickly and quietly. It's a little bit bizarre, but it is Cobra's elite unit. Python Patrol, when it was originally released in '89, it consisted of 6 figures and 3 vehicles. All of them were basically repaints of previously existing toys. However, in the decades that would come afterwards, there would be other Python figures made and other vehicles, greatly expanding the lineup. Of course, there's also now the Super 7 figures, which have also added more Python characters. And that partially takes some inspiration with this vehicle here. As I said, this was a suggestion to me. I want to give a shout out to my friend Xena for suggesting that I make the Triple T into a Python vehicle. Now, while the blueprints on some of the Python vehicles indicate that the weapons are a little different from their previous ones, so we'll basically point out that the Python Terminator would be armed with a pair of turret-mounted 30mm cannons, these right here, and then along the sideboards here would be MGM-79 high-explosive anti-tank missiles. Basically the same armaments that would have been on the original Triple T. The Triple T also has some foot pegs on the running boards. The original toy only had 2, but my Lego version does have 4, so 2 more guys could ride on this one, but it would look a little cluttered. Kind of get these guys off of it so we can get a better look at the vehicle. And many of you may have noticed that this one now has some stickers. These are reproduction stickers from a company called Toy Hacks. They sell reproduction stickers for a number of vintage toy lines, and some of them are just about to scale with my Legos. They're not perfect, but they do the job well. Basically, I gave this one a Python marking, which is a sheet of stickers that they do have for a lot of the units, and he has leftover stickers from another vehicle. We'll also take a look at some of the crew. On the vehicle, we have Cobra Commander, which was done as a figure for the Super 7 line. On the rare occasion that Cobra Commander decides he needs to lead an actual mission, because normally he has others that he would entrust the leadership of Python Patrol to, and we will likely cover that as we go further along in other videos. And we also have him here with his Venom laser pistol, done in the red color that toy comes from. The Venom laser pistol is available through Calypso Customs. On their website, they make a number of customized Lego figures, and they also make accessories. This one I just bought as a regular Venom pistol, and I painted it red so it would match the toy. And then, of course, to go along with Cobra Commander, we have a pair of the Python Crimson Guard, which I know a lot of the fandom really don't like the Python versions of these guys, because now they no longer have any crimson on them, but yet they're still called Crimson Guard. Crimson Guard are Cobra's elite troopers, and in some cases they are very loyal to Cobra Commander, and sometimes often serve as bodyguards for him when they're not on deep cover missions where they're infiltrating legal systems, political arenas, or even big business. And of course, they've got their AK-48 rifles with bayonet and a special backpack that is made to resemble the Crimson Guard backpack. Again, the guns and the backpack came from Calypso Customs. And for anybody who's wondering, this guy's trying to salute. Doesn't look quite as good as with a Lego hand doing it, but I think it adds a nice touch of character to it. All in all, I am happy with how this turned out. I mean, the only real downside was that this piece here I couldn't get in dark red, so I went with black instead. Of course, a lot of the Python vehicles alternate between dark red and black, so it doesn't come off too horrendous. Of course, it's also the best I can do without a 3D printer of my own, so all in all, it did turn out pretty good. I do like how it looks, but I also want to know, what do all of you think? Let me know down in the comments what you think of the Python Terminator as an idea. And that's my review of a custom Lego Python Terminator. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please do remember that if you love the content we feature on this channel, I would certainly appreciate some likes, shares, comments, and subscriptions. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.